We begin with breaking news out of Miami Beach. A search and rescue operation is now over. Chopper 4 live over the scene near Hibiscus Island in Biscayne Bay. Officials say all people are accounted for. That includes 5 children and 1 adult. We brought you one of those recoveries just moments ago right here live on our CBS News Miami stream. We are hearing reports of possibly 5 children and 1 adult were impacted by this. It's unclear how many have been pulled out or their condition. Let's get right over to CBS News Miami's Yvonne Taylor with what we know so far. Yvonne, what can you tell us?
Hi, Naja. Indeed, this is an active scene. We are about 80 yards from the scene where it all happened, and we are echoing what you just said, that we have been told that 5 children have been accounted for and 1 adult. Rescuers pulled them out of the Biscayne Bay, and as far as we understand, it was a missing sailboat that sank off Hibiscus Island in Miami Beach. So we have Miami Beach Fire Rescue Unit, Miami Fire Rescue, Miami-Dade Fire Rescue, as well as Miami Beach Police are here at the scene. We are about 80 yards from where the scene is located. This is what is considered the media staging point. They're not allowing anybody else to get closer, but maybe this whole thing may be promising when they're saying that all people have been accounted for. We just need to know their conditions, which they're not revealing their conditions. It is unknown if they survive or they did not. That's the unfortunate part. But what they're saying so far is that all people are accounted for. Once again, let me just tell you, we're about 80 yards from where it all happened, and we are relying on our Chopper 4 video to show you the location where we're at. We encourage anybody who's traveling to Miami Beach to keep in mind that this is an active scene, so it's really difficult to get all the way to Miami Beach. It's highly encouraged that they avoid coming this area because there's a lot of fire units leaving the island right now and police is diverting traffic. Naja?
Just to clarify, at this point, emergency responders have rescued or at least have accounted for everyone they believe to be involved.
Yeah, Naja, for some odd reason, I guess I must have lost you when you were saying something. So, as I said, let me get out of the scene just to show you that is this is the staging area where we're at. We're about 80 yards from the scene, from where they're telling everybody, to all the media to stage. This is East 3rd Court within it's one of the islands in Miami Beach between Hibiscus and between Hibiscus and Monument Island. This is the area where we have to right now be waiting. You can hear the choppers flying over the area. We are relying a lot on the aerial video. It is unknown what happened to the vessel. What is it that really happened and how they got, how the accident occurred. As far as what we know, what they're saying, Miami Beach Fire is saying, is that the people were accounted, the ones that were in the water, and the last breakdown that we know is 5 children and 1 adult. This is definitely an active scene. We urge anybody who is planning to come to Miami Beach, especially to the 395, to avoid this route because it is an active scene right now. Naja, we're throwing it back to you.
Okay, Yvonne, I have a couple more questions, but just want to clarify. Can you hear me okay at this point? Okay, we saw emergency responders. We were live on our CBS News Miami stream. Great. We saw emergency responders in real time pull someone from that water. I know our crews are actively working to find out the condition, but what do we know about that particular person at this point?
Right now, they're not revealing anything about conditions. In fact, when we try to enter Hibiscus Island, they asked us to wait because they wanted to make sure that traffic was open to some of the fire rescue units leaving. They're not revealing much information. They want to make sure that traffic can move smoothly, especially for fire. Once again, like I told you, you can have an idea right now. You're looking at Miami Fire Rescue units, and there's at least 4 of those here, and we are about 80 yards from where the active scene is located. They're not allowing anybody else but media and fire traffic to get into the area. And like I said, I would really love to be able to tell you the condition about the people that were rescued. They're not revealing that information right now, but evidently we are on top of this story because this is something that is an active scene and it is breaking news.
And CBS News Miami's Yvonne Taylor just arriving there moments ago. We know that a number of the people impacted are children at this time, but Yvonne mentioning, and we are also confirming that we don't know the condition of the people, but that all people at this point have been accounted for. This is something we first brought you live in real time on our CBS News Miami stream. Less than 30 minutes ago, we were hearing reports of a water rescue on Hibiscus Island. We knew that it was a vessel somehow got into a situation with a barge, but we don't know the moments or the circumstances leading up to that. We also learned that a number of people were submerged in the water, and emergency responders and several different agencies working actively to try and find the people in the water. We saw in real time emergency responders pull one person from the water. We know all people have been accounted for, but we do not know the condition of those people right now or the condition of the children. But we are closely monitoring this still developing story. We have our crews actively making phone calls. We have a number of journalists headed to the scene. Yvonne Taylor there just arriving just minutes ago and bringing us the very latest information. So stay with us on air and online as we continue to update you both on CBS News Miami and on the CBS News Miami stream.